Hello dear student, happy to have you here again. For you to make it up to this extent, wow, you've really been consistent. Of course, this is the last phase, so that means you've really done well for you to have passed and make it up to this level. So today it's simultaneous equation, so it's an higher or a more complex form of algebra that we've been doing all the while. So you need the knowledge of algebra to be able to handle some things in the simultaneous equation here. So in algebraic equation, you solve for just one variable, but here you solve for more than one variable. That's just what makes the difference. So look at the green board here. The concept of simultaneous equation is solving for more than one variable at the same time. So you solve for more than one variable at the same time. So the method used is the methods used are the graphical method, the substitution method, and the third method is elimination method. Alright? Use a graph, use the substitution, and use the elimination method. But in this course, we're just going to be using the elimination method. Alright? We're just going to be using the elimination method to solve these four examples, right? So when you eliminate, what does it mean to eliminate first? So there are many words for the word elimination. Okay, the word elimination could be to remove, it could be to destroy, could be to make zero, to make something turn to zero, or to probably to kill. So what you can do to something that just make it no more, that makes it to be no more. So that is what? That is elimination, to eliminate. So let's use elimination to solve these questions. Alright, so I'm having equation 1 here on this green board. Okay, let's focus on this green board for now. We're still going to come here. So on this green board I have 3x minus 4y equals minus 2, and equation 2 says 4x minus 4y equals minus 3. So we'll bring both of them here on this green board. So what happens thereafter? I want to eliminate. Now you watch out for something. Now there is a variable whose coefficient in equation 1 and equation 2 is equal. Okay, for instance, look at x. The coefficient of x in equation 1 is 3. The coefficient of x in equation 2 is 4. But come to look at y. The coefficient of y in equation 1 is 4. The coefficient of y in equation 2 is 4. So the coefficient of y in both equations is what? Is the same, 4 and 4. So it is this type of coefficient, it's this type of variable you eliminate, because you can easily eliminate it. Are you getting? Because the coefficient of it are the same thing. So how do we go about it? So let's move on. We have here that minus 4 and minus 4. Those are the two y terms that we are having in both equations. So you ask yourself that what sign can be used to eliminate this minus 4 and minus 4. Get it clear? This minus 4 is the minus 4 from the equation 1. The second minus 4 is the minus 4 from equation 2. So you need a sign in between the two minus 4 to make them become 0, or to eliminate them. You get it? So look at it here. I'm having a positive and negative sign here. So you either use positive to make it of no effect, or you use a negative to make it of no effect. So let's look at it using positive. Let's use positive first. So if we use positive, let's say what the thing will turn to. So that will turn to a minus 4y. You want to simplify this positive and negative. Remember in our previous classes, simplifying positive and negative is what? Of course it's negative. So you have negative 4y. Okay, so Now, negative 4y minus 4y is what? Is minus 8y. Does it become 0? Does it become 0? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Remember I said you must use a sign here that will make minus 4y, and the minus 4y here becomes what? Becomes 0. So we've tested positive, and positive, this positive sign doesn't make them become 0. So we are done with positive. Let's try negative sign. If it will make them become 0. So positive doesn't serve what we need. So we are done with positive. So now the negative. So simplifying the negative side, we're going to be having minus 4. Now this is negative sign multiplying negative sign. When you simplify this, you have a positive sign, and that's going to be positive 4. So what you have here is now minus 4 plus 4y. Sorry, you're having minus 4y plus 4y. So what is that? That becomes 0. Wow. What I want to do, we've got it done. So this negative sign has helped us eliminate what? 4y. Are you getting it now? So it means that negative sign is what we're going to use to what? To eliminate 4y. So how do we do that? You just come straight here, okay? You use the negative here. You open a bracket here. So you come here, alright, and you use a bracket. I believe you can see the bracket. So if you see the bracket, then the negative that works, you bring it here. Okay? So bring the negative here, just like you can see it there, coming up. So once that is done, then bring out everything that you see. Okay? So you're starting with what? This 3x. Okay? Then here is minus this negative multiplying 4x. That is what? Minus 4x. Okay? So the next thing is what? Minus 4y this time. So you bring it down, minus 4y. So this negative again, multiplying this negative 4y. What does it become? It becomes positive 4y. Okay? So then we have the equality sign, equals to. So up here you have minus 2, and you are using this negative again to multiply what? To multiply this negative 3. So negative multiplying negative 3, that's what? That is a positive 3. Let me come again. Maybe you don't understand. Okay, you start with this 3. Okay, so 3x. Then the next thing is this negative multiplying this 4x. That gives what? Negative 4x. The next term is minus 4y. Okay, minus 4y. So you come here and use this negative again to multiply what? This minus 4y. It becomes what? Positive 4y. Then equal to, this is minus 2. Using minus 2 to multiply minus 3. Using this negative again to multiply this minus 3. It becomes what? Plus 3. So this negative will multiply everything that is inside this term bracket. So maybe we'll collect like terms. Okay? So okay, the like terms are collected already. The like terms are collected already. So when you simplify the x term, 3x minus 4x, you have a x. Then you have minus x, sorry. Then minus 4y plus 4y is already 0. Okay, so this is 0 already. Okay, then I have equal to, this is minus 2 plus 3. What is minus 2 plus 3? Minus 2 plus 3 is what? Is positive 1. So it means that our x equals what? Positive 1. So having gotten the value of x, then it means that you're going to be using minus 1 for x in equation 1. So in equation 1, we have that 3x minus 4y equals minus 2. That's what equation 1 says. So in that equation 1, the value you got for x, you bring it in for x. So that's going to be 3 into minus 1. Okay. Then minus 4 equals minus 2. You are using this minus 1 you got here. You are using it for x in equation 1. So that we can get the value of y as well. So when you simplify this, you are going to be having a minus 3 minus 4y equals minus 2. Okay? So what's the next thing? We're going to be having a minus 4y equals minus 2. Remember, this is a minus 3 crossing this equality bridge. Once it crosses that equality bridge, it becomes what? A positive 3. Because minus 3 and minus 2 are like terms. So you bring this minus 3 to the other side and it crosses the bridge. Remember the bridge in our last class? So it becomes positive 3. So you can now say your 4y equals positive 1. So it means that y equals to minus 1 over 4. The value of your y equals what? 1 over 4. Very interesting. So the value of x equals minus 1 and the value of y equals what? Minus 1 over 4. Simple. The next question. So the next question says 10n minus 7n equals 26. 10n minus 7n equals 26 and 7n minus 7n plus 7n equals 42. So what do we want to eliminate now? We should eliminate n. Why? Because n has the same coefficient, 7, 7. You can't easily eliminate n. So n has the same coefficient, so that's 7, 7. So if we are eliminating n, then let's bring out the two coefficients of n. We have minus 7 n up here and we have plus 7 n here. So let's bring in a bracket. So you tell yourself, you ask yourself, what can you do to these two? Or what sign can you bring in that will eliminate this expression? Simply mean that will make them become 0. So this is plus or minus. So we want to use plus. Let's use plus just like we use plus at the time. If we use plus and it doesn't make them become 0, we use minus. At least one of them must make the two terms become 0. So let's use the positive sign. So the positive sign here, we have a minus 7n. When you simplify positive and positive, once they are the same sign, I told you, they are still positive. Then you have positive n. Positive 7n, sorry. So simplifying this, we have minus 7n plus 7n. Minus 7n plus 7n is what? 0. Yeah. So addition this time around, the addition sign here helps us eliminate what? Minus 7n and plus 7n. So we are using addition this time around, not negative. It is the sign that eliminates, you use. It is the sign that eliminates, you use. The other time, positive does not eliminate. We use negative. This time around, positive eliminates. We are using positive. And note, both signs cannot eliminate at the same time. No, it's not possible. Both signs cannot eliminate at the same time. So, we are using positive this time around. So you see, that is, we are adding equation 1 to 2. That is what eliminates n. So, you can have 10n plus this time around, plus 7n. So you have minus 7n up here, then plus 7n coming yellow, then equal to, you see nothing is changing, 26, okay, then plus 42. So once that is achieved, what do? Let's simplify n. When you simplify n, you have 17n. When you simplify n becomes 0. And you have your equality sign. When you simplify what you have after the equality sign, what is that? This 68. So you have your n saying that m equals to 4. That is 68 divided by 17. I jump a step there. 68 divided by 17. Your m equals to 4. So, using 4 for m in equation 2. This time around I'm using equation 2. You can as well use equation 1. You can use equation 2 for the substitution. Okay, so now from my equation 2 says 7n plus 7n equals 42. Okay, so if that is what happened, then I'm using m 4 for n, just like I stated there, using 4 for m in equation 2. So it means that instead of writing m again, I'll write 4, then plus 7n equals 42. So when I simplify this, 7 multiplied by 4, that is 28, plus 7n equals 42. So I can now say 7n equals 42, then this is positive 28 coming here to become negative 28. So that is what? 7n equals 14. Then my n equals 2. So my n equals 14 divided by 7. My n equals 2. Yes, my n equals 2. So m equals 4 and my n equals what? Equals to 2. Alright, so Question 3. This time around, we are having 5x up here. We're having 4x here. We're having 2y here. We're having 2y here, and we're having 3y here. So none of the variable has its coefficient to be equal in both equations. So that means that what? 4 here is multiplying. So you are now to decide which of them do you want to eliminate. Are you eliminating x or you are eliminating y? For me, I would love to eliminate x. Okay? Another person can decide to eliminate y. So if you are eliminating x, it means that the coefficient of x down here will multiply the equation 1. The coefficient of x in equation 1 will multiply equation 2. Let me say that again. If you want to eliminate x, the coefficient of x in equation 2 will multiply equation 1, and the coefficient of x in equation 1 will multiply equation 2. If it is y you want to eliminate, listen, the coefficient of y in equation 1 will multiply equation 2. The coefficient of y in equation 2 will multiply equation 1. So I'm eliminating x. So eliminating x means that this 4 here will multiply equation 1, and this 5 here will multiply what? Equation 2. So let's see how that will work. So if that works, then it means that 4 multiplying everything here, 4 multiplying 5x becomes 20x, equals 4 multiplying 5 is 20, 4 multiplying 2y is 8y. Then next, 5 multiplying 4x is 20x, equal to 5 multiplying 19 is minus 95. 5 multiplying minus 3 is minus 15. Wow. Now I can talk of elimination. Why? Because here I have 20, here I also have 20. I have now a variable whose coefficients are equal. So I can boldly now write them out and say, okay, what do I now do to x to make it eliminated? So what's the sign I'm using? Of course I should use a negative sign. A negative sign will eliminate what? Will eliminate these two expressions. So if negative sign will eliminate these two expressions, then let me come up here and I'm having it to be 0. Okay, so that's work of the negative sign. So coming up here, the negative that works will be used there. That is, I want to subtract equation 2 from equation 1. That is what works now. So subtracting equation 2 from equation 1, it means that what? X is normal. 20, that's going to be 20x, then minus 20x down, equal to, I'm also having 20 here, up here, then I'm having minus multiplying minus 95. This negative multiplying negative 95, that's going to be positive 95. This 8y, this is 8y up here, then this is negative multiplying negative 15y. That is a positive 15y. So this negative changes everything in this damn bracket. You pick 20 heads here, this is it, minus 20 heads, then equal to, you pick this 20 up here, then minus 95 multiplying minus z, that's plus 95. You pick this plus 8y up here, then minus 15y multiplying minus, that's positive 15y. So this becomes 0, then equal to, so if I should rearrange, I will be having 100, okay, that's 115, then plus 23y. So changing, taking 115 to this side, it becomes a negative 115. So I can now say that y equals 115 divided by what? Divided by 23. So y equals minus 5. Y equals minus 5. So if y equals minus 5, so using minus 5 for y in equation 1. So equation 1 is 20x equals to 20 plus 8y. So instead of writing y now, I'll be writing what? I'll be writing minus 5. So that means 20x equals 20, this is plus 8 multiplying minus 5. plus multiplying negative, that's negative. Then 8 multiplying 5, that's 40. So I can say now 20 here is equals to minus 20, then my x equals to minus 20 over 20. My x equals to minus 1. So I can say here that my x equals to minus 1 and my y equals what? Minus 5. Basic. That is understood, I believe. Question 4. Same thing here. I have no value. Whose coefficient are the same? But this time around, let me handle y. So I will be multiplying the equation 1 by the coefficient of y here, which is 5. Okay? You can eliminate anything that you like. It depends on your wish. Now me, I'm wishing, the other time I eliminated x. You saw the way I handled it. This time around, I'm eliminating y. Now, I want to undo it now. So this is now 5 will multiply equation 1. Then this 3 here will multiply what? Will multiply equation 2. Just like you can see. So, and if I do that, 5 multiplying everything there, what does it become? Then 3 multiplying everything in equation 2. So eventually you see y now becoming, having the same coefficients in the two equations. Okay? So that is what I will be writing out here. What I'm having here is what I will be writing out here. We'll form one equation 1 and equation 2. So let's bring this out. Minus 15y minus 15y. What is to be used to eliminate them? So is it plus or negative? Negative will eliminate it. You can try plus, but plus would not. So negative will simplify. So if negative simplifies it, then you have minus y plus 15y. Because negative multiplying negative will become positive. Then you have 15y equals 0. So if that is it, then the negative you use, you are using it here. So that means you are subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. That is the implication. So that is 20 minus 6x out of first this time around. Then you pick minus 15 in equation 1. Then negative multiplying minus 15y in equation 2. That's positive 15y. Then I think I have minus 115 before the equality sign. Then equal to negative is still multiplying 108. That's minus 108. Okay, that is 0 up here. That's 0 up here. Then minus 108. So let's collect log terms. So this, I'm having 14x. Then here I'm having 0. Minus 15y plus 15y becomes 0. Then here I'm having minus 115 equals minus 108. Okay, so 14s is equal to minus 108 plus 115. So when you simplify that, you have what? You have 7. So your x equals 7 divided by 14. That's 1 over 2. The answer here is 1 all over 2. I think I'm not too fast. So I want to believe you understand what I did there. So using 1 over 2 for x in equation 2. So equation 2 says 6s minus 15y equals 108. So using half for x in equation 2. So that's going to be 6 into half minus 15y equals 108. So that's going to be 3 minus 15y. When you simplify this, 6 multiplied by half, that's 3 minus 15y equals 108. So we come to this side, minus 15y equals 108 minus 3. Okay, minus 15y equals 105. So y equals to minus 105 divided by 15. So my y is equal to minus 7. So I can say that my x equals half and my y equals minus 7. My x equals half and my y equals what? Minus 7. So